This comic book artist is Marvel's superstar. Marco Checchetto is a phenomenal artist hailing from Venice, Italy. He's known for his moody and melancholic atmospheres, sleek and dynamic action through his imaginative redesigns of classic characters that have graced the likes of Spider-Man and Daredevil in a signature and recognizable style. In the early 2000s, Marco began his career illustrating pinups in Italian PlayStation magazines, as well as TMNT comics for kids. Right before landing his first work in the States, a few Marvel Comics presents that feature his pencils on a sleek-looking Deadpool and a Weapon Omega storyline. What follows is a string of Squadron Supreme titles, and finally living his lifelong dream of drawing the Amazing Spider-Man for several issues. It's safe to say he truly shined and penciled Spidey fluidly and dramatically throughout his run. His inclusion of the small lenses makes Spidey feel more threatening and serious, a tone Checchetto tends to go. Speaking of which, his first opportunity to draw Daredevil came shortly after. While being an emergency artist for Robert Delatorre, he yet again took his moment to show he was a skilled artist seen in a few issues that opened the door for more work at Marvel. But it's his time working on the Punisher where his art would become sharper and cleaner, making full use of digital tools to bring his work to life on the violent and depressingly fitting title. Through the 2010s, Marco had work on all the coolest and badass comics, like the continued Punisher Warzone series, Avenging Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man team-up issues, and a 12-issue run of Avengers World, where I feel he prioritizes large-scale environments and camera angles that brings his figure work even more life and purpose. This experience with big Marvel titles made him a perfect match in a galaxy far, far away, as Checchetto penciled the world of Star Wars in all three eras, starting with Shattered Empire, an Obi-Wan and Anakin miniseries, and Captain Phasma. There's something so wondrous about the beasts, vast environments, detailed vehicles, and war scenes he renders, accompanied by the character designs that are lively and dynamic, yet true to form. He'd additionally use the same concepts on titles like Gamora and in 2018 Old Man Hawkeye, which I for one think is an underrated idea that Marco explored violently and charmingly. His extensive time on the 2019 Daredevil title with Chip Zdarsky is a leap in his skill and creative ability. This, compared to his work on Star Wars, feels more character-focused and intentional with every page. I love the way he showcases Daredevil's sonar powers and how intimidating Matt can be for the criminals of Hell's Kitchen. The Romita Jr. and Miller influence can be felt all over, and the appearances of the Webhead and introduction of Elektra taking up the mantle of Daredevil bring it all together in this title that precedes his even bigger step in comic book artistry. His reinvention of Daredevil came after the Devil's Reign storyline that completely relaunched the title, placing Daredevil in wide-scope dynamic battles and sceneries we wouldn't normally see the Man Without Fear in. Marco gave Daredevil a grittier and rougher design, making exquisite changes to the classic costume that feel more in line with the martial arts aspects of the character. Most recently in 2024, Checchetto would become the main artist alongside writer Jonathan Hickman for the ongoing Ultimate Spider-Man series. Marco is at his best on this title. The juxtaposition to Bendis and Bagley's run is poetic. We see an older, more mature, and now married with kids Peter Parker, but it doesn't take away from the dynamic and high-stake action that takes place. Marco Checchetto is an artist that deserves praise for his immense credits and impressive skill for almost 2 decades at Marvel Comics.